covering well. There's actually Shannon Higgins.
Oh, good ball.
Long one, Gebauer from Heinrichs, chipping in. It's 2-0 North Carolina.
Kelly across the middle. Venturini header scores! Tisha Venturini puts the capper on a brilliant career. About 7.5.
It's hard to explain what happened that season because it actually was a pretty successful season going into the finals. It's just that final game, we weren't there. Our team that was capable of playing didn't show up that day.
Which looked good, but there was nobody there. Now Bauman trying to settle, takes a shot, score! And it's 1-0 for George Mason.
Oh, I know that we had some great chances to score. I mean, personally, I had a volley shot I hit right at the keeper.
Didn't get enough on it, but someone else might. But the shot taken by Gebauer is stopped by Maslin. Was alone for a moment. Now
I think I remember another ball that rolled right across the goal line, and probably had to do next to nothing to finish it and just got tripped up a little bit, and it just kept on rolling right past.
stopped by Chris Tomic. She robbed Carrie Serwetnik of the tying goal.
To be quite honest, I felt like in that game that we got outplayed, you know, fair and square.
Lisa with a shot, great one to the far post and a goal. That is it. As North Carolina just got their last kick away, you're going to see Bedlam on the field here at George Mason. And you see some of the...
And at that point, we just had to regroup and refocus for the next year.
But the better team today was George Mason.
We wanted to go back there and regain our title at the same place where we had lost it the year before.
They weren't going to let down or let anything slip by because they wanted the national championship title again.
April Heinrichs is a key player. Watch out for her. She wears number 2 out there for the Lady Tar Heels. They try to get her free on the right side and then clear the way. Number 3 is Shannon Higgins. North Carolina approaching midfield. Colorado intercepting it. April Heinrichs, who has broken just about every record you could imagine at North Carolina in her senior season. Shannon Higgins leading it on the right side. Down the right wing, North Carolina with it. That's Marcia McDermott for April Heinrichs. Tries to get it by a defender, does. The cross into the box, header, but it's right at the goalkeeper. And making the save is Janine Zapara, but a good opportunity, the first good opportunity of the match. Gives it up now on the left wing side. In the box, North Carolina walking in, but it's a save made by Zapara.
Well, nice interpassing there between Carrie Serwetnik and April Heinrichs as well, getting Marcia McDermott in there. Those players really know each other very well by now.
Another chance, Marcia McDermott. Tar Heels coming on. Long shot and a score. First goal. Looks like Tracy Bates, number 7 on the far wing sideline.
A bit of a surprise. The goalkeeper seemed to react late to this. Let's see the shot. Oh, it's deflected. That's why.
In the middle, Gebauer. Wendy on a run down the middle. Gives it up for April Heinrichs. A tremendous one-on-one player. Takes it to the outside. The cross to the far post. And I'll tell you what, if that shot was just slightly lower, it would have been in the upper corner. By the midfield line, North Carolina settling it down, playing to the right side wide. On the run, Wendy Gebauer outside the box drills a good low shot, but it is scooped up by Janine Zapara. Here comes North Carolina. They've been attacking all afternoon. Lead pass, Marcia McDermott. Heinrichs running in, trying to stay onside, and she does. April Heinrichs with a chance, crossing it low. Too many white, black, and yellow shirts for Colorado, and they clear it out. But it looked like a great opportunity, Seamus. Down the right side again, April. Nice move for April Heinrichs into the box. Good right-footed shot, but it sailed up high. The wind may have gotten underneath that ball. The wind is really starting to pick up. But April made a great one-on-one move. And when she goes into the box, look out.
Good ball.
Long one, Gebauer from Heinrichs, chipping it. Score! It's 2-0 North Carolina. Wendy Gebauer.
With a great pass from Heinrichs.
So April gets this ball, like right at midfield. Serves an incredible, like 40-yard long ball. I take it down on my chest. I'm thinking, okay, things are looking good. Their keeper was a great keeper. She comes out. I'm just going to volley it over her, right, or chip it over her.
And right on the mark for Gebauer, who flicks it over the top. It's the only way to get past the goalkeeper, who had come out wisely to cut the angle down, but...
Well, it ended up in the back of the net, but the truth was it came right off my shin and just spun over her head. I mean, there's no way the keeper would have been able to read it.
I don't know if she really intended to flick it over, but she did in the end. So Wendy Gebauer gets her third goal in the last 2 days.
And then we were watching the game as a team, and they showed, like, ESPN showed, like, 5 different angles of it.
And they were just bouncing off her shin guard, and we all just were like, wow! We were cracking up. It was funny because we couldn't really tell on the field. You know, we just knew it was a goal, and we didn't know what part of her leg it came off from.
We're less than 2 minutes to go. The time is being kept on the field. Down the left wing side, Gebauer. Wanting to turn it perhaps to the inside. She's got Heinrichs with her. Sends it low. Shannon Higgins. It was deflected, I believe. Bertha Hegstad. Across, low shot. Stopped at the far post by Janine Zapara. That could have been the third goal. April Heinrichs with a good cut on the ball to Tracy Bates. Far post. Loose ball in the box. Bettina Bernardi looking for it. Quick shot too high. Bettina gives it up to April Heinrichs. In the box, Carrie Switnick. Good fake, but the shot was right at the goalkeeper, who just punches it down. This time they go for the middle. It's deflected and it rolls over the crossbar and out of play. So another opportunity. Carla Ward up over the midfield line. Heinrichs, nice job to just control that ball and maintain possession. Over the midfield line. North Carolina leading at 2-0. A nice challenge, and Carla Warden wins that ball to break up any potential chance that Colorado had to attack in numbers. Unofficial time. Mary Claire Robinson in the middle. A strong header, cleared off the line, and then another shot is blocked. Tar Heels in trouble here. Loose ball, Mary Claire Robinson trying to run after it, but I'll tell you what, looked like Keith Castello. Less than 4 minutes to go in the match as Wendy Gabar makes a nice fake, then drills one, and it's just wide of the goalkeeper. Outside the box, probably about 40 seconds or so. No. How's that for a bad guess? The championship goes to North Carolina. April Heinrichs, we follow her and her head coach, Anson Dorrance. A happy bunch of players. For some, they will not get another chance on both sides, actually. Others will come back. Rest assured of that.
It's not a defensive mentality. It's not a we won't lose mentality. It's basically a we want to win philosophy. We want to score goals. We want to attack. We want to take risks going forward. We think you should go after opponents. We think you should score goals in buckets. We start with more players up front. We start with very few in the back, and then the few that we have in the back, we even send forward into the attack. I guess we're unique in going after teams in that fashion, and we're consistent in always throwing players forward and taking great risks to score, even at the prospect of being scored against.
We took off of school a couple days early to go up and to, acclimate ourselves, acclimatize to the weather. And we get up there and it's probably like 75 degrees.
So we were thinking, oh, this is going to be perfect. It was much like how it had been when we left Chapel Hill. It was like 70 degrees. We had a really good acclimation practice. And then the next day we go to play, and it is brutally cold.
A cold front had blown in, and the temperatures had dropped from 60 degrees down to the teens, and this is during the day with about a 20 to 30 mile an hour wind.
And I remember Anson goes out of the hotel, the lobby, and is like, it's not cold out here, and starts taking off, rips off his jacket, and finally gets down to his bare chest, just trying to get us psyched up to play and saying it's not cold, Meanwhile, we're thinking, first of all, he's crazy, and second of all, we are cold.
Michelle, the corner kick, headed straight up, it's still loose, headed down, and Ann Sherrill makes the play. Nice play and a nice corner kick attempt by the University of Massachusetts. UMass looking for it. Belkin, who can score from the back, sends it in long, but Ann Sherrill is there. Carolyn Michelle, number 7, strikes it hard with the left foot, too high. Liston Boucher, right side, April Cater plays it in, and she wanted Kathy Spence, but it never got there. Schmidt sends one that curves towards the middle. The goalkeeper's out, but the UNC defense clears it away, and that's what they've got to do when the goalkeeper's out of position like that. Roundtree leaving it off on the right wing side, and the UMass club, Cassidy, left-footed ball right in there. Sherrill is there, but look at Kathy Spence was breaking in. Christine Schmidt sends it long. Powers couldn't get it. UNC maybe with a chance here. 10 is Carrie Serwetnik. Nice cut. Serwetnik, low shot. Good save. DeSantis, loose ball. And now it's Schmidt on the right side. That's the first test DeSantis had, and it is bitter cold. Came up with a big play. And the first time she had to really touch that ball, now it's sent it again. And DeSantis calls everyone off, and that ball seemed to die on her when it came in. And that's a great save, and Serwetnik made a great move.
It was a great play by Carrie Serwetnik, but you're right, John Paul. A terrific save by Carla DeSantis.
UNC looking for that first goal, the all-important first goal, and maybe just one goal that will win this championship game. On the right foot, set far post. DeSantis got a piece and then went down. Picture was blocked. So a great opportunity for North Carolina. And here they come again. Nice cut to the outside, but Zeman is broken up. Wharton, sophomore from Dallas, Texas. Intended for Gebauer, and it's going to be broken up again by UMass. Loose on the left wing. Roundtree couldn't get it. Played back the other way by Kalinowski. And down the right sideline comes North Carolina. Correct! Monica Seda. Here we are at halftime, and two very confident teams have played the opening half of play, and neither team has been able to come up with a goal.
We chose to take the wind, to play into the wind the first half. And that was a conscious decision on our part because we felt like if we could weather, when we were sharpest, the first half, weather the storm, weather the wind, that the second half we could use the wind to our benefit.
Meanwhile, I'm crying because I'm so cold. And at halftime, I didn't have any gloves, and I go in at halftime, and I was just bawling, saying, you know, I need to get some gloves, and that was a horrible experience.
And we struggled the first half. We were lucky to come. We felt like we were lucky to get out of there at halftime 0-0. But then the second half, we had the wind, and complete reversal, just as you would expect. We totally dominated. We were down on their end the whole time, but we couldn't score either.
I think with a win, we're going to see how UMass handles the pressure. North Carolina did very well under pressure. We're very consistent. It's something we talked about before. Now UMass needs the same kind of effort out of their defense.
Throw in coming up. Emma Hyatt. Watch her get it right back. Hyatt taken down on the right side.
UMass doesn't want to give them too many chances on these because they're a very good team at capitalizing on restart opportunities.
By the sideline, Shannon Higgins sending it in low. Cleared, and this may, well, it's not going to go out. Now on the bounce, it may. Keeping it nicely, though, is Roundtree. Good bit of foot skills, but now it's lost. Shannon Higgins sends it in low. They called it off. It was headed there right for the line. It was cleared off the line. And we're going to wait for the referee's decision. He signaled a goal, and he appeared to be in a good position to make that call.
If you watch this carefully, Shannon Higgins makes the steal, brings the ball across. It goes off a defender, off Carla DeSantis, and the ball crosses the line. The entire ball must go across the line. All of the ball goes across the line before the last defender can make the save.
There's a quick shot taken right side, and it goes wide of DeSantis. So North Carolina with another good opportunity. And now laid off on the left wing side. The left-footed shot off the crossbar. With a toss in, that's it. They were never to get closer because that is the end of the game. And Anson Dorrance and the University of North Carolina women's team have now won their 6th national title in their last 7 years. And they saw the only goal of the game scored at 52-10 by Shannon Higgins. It was an unassisted goal that carried North Carolina to the win.
Well, I think that chemistry is instrumental to success, to the success of the program.
And that's a big part of, I think, why we win, is because of all the relationships, because we mean a lot to each other.
It always reminded me that I belonged to something that was very special.
It just, you know, it made you see that soccer it wasn't just soccer that this was all about. It was more about friends, life growing up, and, you know, it made you feel good.
You know, you're putting in hours and hours of hard work and dedication, and you got to enjoy it at the same time. I mean, winning is fun, but there's got to be something else that sets it apart too.
That season, we played North Carolina State to 2 ties, a tie in the regular season, a tie in the ACCs, and then lost to them ultimately in the penalty kicks for the ACC championship. That was a tremendous motivation for us, just the fact that we wanted to prove that we could, that we felt like we were a better team than North Carolina State, and we certainly could play better than we had against them during the regular season.
Up for Wendy Gebauer.
Gebauer was looking. She had Zeman passing her on the overlap. Now she'll find Zeman. Picked off. Rutten couldn't find it. Now Wendy Gebauer and Jill Rutten.
Well, you saw UNC there with some nice combination play in midfield, solving some of their problems and eventually getting a good attack going. Here's another one of those high crosses.
To that far post. Oh. Sending a right footer in, takes an easy bounce. Progression. Okay, if this field were cut up a bit, that ball might take some treacherous bounces if it were wet. Control by Elena Kraft. She pushes back. It is Linda Hamilton, an all-ACC member. Right wing side could be dangerous in the box, broken up by Carla Worden. She intercepted the Jill Rutten cross. Gebauer shaking loose. Oh, what a nice move to midfield. 3-on-2 as she leads the charge. Garnado to the right, Kalinowski left. Gebauer, tough tackle.
Every time you play against North Carolina State, it was a battle. They're a very good team. They're very tough, scrappy, just like we were. Every time we played them, it was close, and it was just a battle.
I mean, we would be bruised and battered, and if we came out of it with a win, we were psyched.
Shannon Higgins lifting it. Running is Houston. Houston looking to get it around Kerrigan. That's a good recovery from Laura Kerrigan. Back to the keeper. Here's a challenge. Kalinowski. The keeper is out. Playing it in front. Higgins. Score!
The difference was our motivation, our work ethic, as opposed to theirs. Because I think maybe in that particular game, they may have been a more talented team than ours, man for man on the field. But they didn't play as well together as our team.
Ball will be put in play on that far wing side of the field. Off the restart, into the box. The goalkeeper right there making the save. "30-minute, 45-second mark from Higgins. Here's Hegstad on a cross in front, headed out. Not out yet, though, Kalinowski. And she'd love to get that one back, but she had a good crack at it. As he sees fit, here's Higgins. Going long. Stacy Blazo. Scored one goal yesterday. Nice cutback. May have it a better beat, but it's broken up. Hegstad trying to play it into Poor. She'll get another crack. Well, important tackle by Joe Rutten. Dangerously right there by the box. He's calling a penalty kick. It was just inside the box, and if you call a foul there, you had to call it. That was just inside. Here she comes again. Off a right foot, scores! And I'll tell you what, she does not power that ball, Seamus. She lobs it in. It's 2-0 North Carolina. Looking for Hooper. Hooper, nice cut. Worden coming in and takes her down. He's going to call that. So it's a penalty kick there.
There really is a question as to who clobbered who.
I remember in that game specifically, Charmaine had a breakthrough or something, and I went out and we collided, and I fouled her, I guess, and she got a PK.
Hooper, left footer, and she'll make it count.
I was upset that I got a penalty kick against me, but I think I realized, I was just like, gosh, you know, that's okay, because I had a good feeling that we were going to win that game.
You're going to see this game go up another level on both sides now. Zeman up for Hegstad. Good ball. Kalinowski. Kalinowski right across and just missed. Ball played on a soft touch. Higgins. There's a deflection and a goal. Shannon Higgins. The ball was going wide. And it deflects in. No chance for the keeper. 3-1 North Carolina. Casey Blazo after it. Oh, she got fired. Tara marking her. Blazo, nice cut in the net's empty. And a goal. 4-1 North Carolina. NC State on the scoring end here with just 1 goal. UNC with 4. They are the winners as the referee signifies that this game is over. And the North Carolina Tar Heels, winners again. They have won 6 out of the last 7 championships, including 3 in a row. So a very familiar pose for Anson Dorrance as the winning coach. And the Tar Heels of North Carolina celebrate.
I think when I came in my freshman year, I was a little soft, mentally and physically. I mean, they'd have us competing every day at practice, going 1v1, 2v2, basically performing to win.
I think every one of us has had our day in practice, and I remember one day in particular, I was having my day in practice where it's if you make it through the day, you're going to be a better player, a better person, and everything. But you know, here I was a forward, and Anson's comment that came out of his mouth that I'll never forget is, "Gebauer, we got to find you a move." You know, I'm thinking, God, as a forward, I've got to have one move.
And then there were times in practice where I think the coaches would intentionally like try to get me upset, so I would do better, to care more, and to become a leader in more ways than I was, and so I mean, I'm thankful for that, because sometimes you need that pulled out of you, yanked out of you, and you need to basically put in a position where your back's up against the wall. So all it showed me was that they cared, if not about me, about everyone else. So
I remember my practice was
we
were doing choreography.
That's right.
And Antro was in goal, remember? And I was sweeping, and Marsha McDermott was the midfielder that I was having to pass the ball to. And she was like 60 yards away, and he was wanting me to serve like this worm burner on the ground with tons of pace to get through the midfield to her right foot. And so Ann Suro distributes the ball to me, and I look up and prepare it and knock it, and it goes to her left foot. And he kicks it back at Ann and goes, "I said to her right foot." So we do it again, and sure enough, it goes to her left foot again, and he was just hounding me about it. And I look up, and Dino is at the mid-stripe on his back, just cracking up.
The most pleasurable times was that 15 minutes before practice where we'd all be stretching, and that was our, Anson allocated as our social time. stretching and sit-ups where it just gossip be flowing around, and it was great. I mean, it was our time together.
I'm motivated, like, just to go out and practice, I think, and when I get out there I want to play hard and I want to win. But I think I got that motivation from playing with great players like Christine Lilly and Mia and Ange Kelly. I mean, you look and you can't help but get it. If you're playing with someone and they're playing with their heart, then you're going to play with your heart.
I remember playing in front of Marsha McDermott. Like I said, she was one of my biggest role models. She didn't have speed, but when I looked at the look in her eyes, you know, it was, we're going out and lining up to start the game. If I wasn't totally motivated, all I had to do was look at Marsha, and she just had the determination in her eye that I was like psyched. You know, I'd get goosebumps just watching her.
It helped so much before a game to hear, you know, the coaches talk and tell you that you deserve to win and that you train harder than anyone and that you're the best players out there.
I just remember the feeling I always got from his pregame speeches that, you know, he does a good job of focusing you, like I said, and motivating you and letting you know exactly what your role is going to be, so that each individual knew what they had to do, you know, to make for the success of the whole team.
I loved every pregame that I would go to. I would just wait to go to it and just hear what they had to say because it meant a lot to me. It really got me even more motivated, and I think that it did. I mean, everyone else. I mean, half the time we would leave that room crying because of what they would say to us.
I had never been exposed to like a pregame speech like his before. He had stories that he would relate that would both psych you up, they'd crack you up sometimes, and they'd psych you up, and you're just, I mean, I remember feeling like I could go out and run a marathon.
They always believed in us, so, you know, he'd always say, you know, you do this the best, I mean, you are the best, and they always believed, you know, they put so much confidence in you that, you know, you went on the field like, okay, we are, so might as well show them.
Yes!
Trying to get a shot on goal. Here is Kalinowski, and this one is high. Back to Poor, centers, and it's over the goal. .45 remaining, first half, and no score at this Division I women's soccer final being played on the campus of North Carolina State University. Now the Tar Heels, via hand, top of the box, and nicely done. Now again, it's via hand for the Tar Heels. And it sails high and wide. Carolina.
It's Christine Lilly there who took the last shot. Really a fun player to watch. She was the second leading scorer on the Tar Heels team this year as a freshman.
Back at the circle, and now the Tar Heels on an attack. Via Ham tried to square up, but just couldn't get turned around in time.
bit more effort, a little more intensity can be all the difference.
Here's a shot, and it's wide. Tigers have this opportunity broken up with the Carolina defense. Here's Higgins playing it in. Ham with a shot. And a goal.
Offside was called.
Was it? Yes.
The linesman's flag was up immediately as Mia Hamm had broke through.
Kalinowski. Over to Ham.
There's a late hit. Dangerous chances we've seen for the Tar Heels, particularly in the second half. Llewellyn Poor hits the ball all the way to the opposite post. Breaking through is Christine Lilly, just not quite getting there to put her head on it.
They'll try to get that header that time with Christine Lilly of the Tar Heels. Coming up, prime for Colorado. Nice defensive play by Worden.
Carla Worden covering well. This is really what the sweeper should do. They're there to back up the defense. She slides over to fill the gap. An excellent slide tackle, well timed and fairly played.
Down in a heap to the
referee did well there, but he played the advantage as UNC kept possession.
Bates moves in. A header, loose, and a goal! And the Tar Heels lead.
I remember it because of how well Tracy Bates played. She ended up setting up the first goal. She megged her and then crossed the end line, and Shannon Higgins volleyed it in. And I just remember she played unreal. She got the defensive MVP too.
That one goal may be more than enough.
Makes it a difficult prospect, certainly for Colorado College. They've been banking on keeping it close or keeping it a tie ball game and hoping for a break at the other end. Now they've got to open it up.
Kalinowski plays it in front in this one. Received by Walker.
They received a very good quality cross all the way to the far post. Carla Worden is there.
Tar Heels, here's a shot and a save. Just getting her hands on it, Chris Zeit. And here is that kick. Headed, kick, and a goal. And North Carolina leads 2-0.
Christine Lilly on the doorstep. Didn't make any mistake. Again, it was Mia Hamm who was battling for it and was able to work the ball over towards the far post, where Christine Lilly was able to take it out of the air and put it into the upper corner.
Defense is basically a mentality. Every time you're matched up against somebody, you basically just have to have that attitude that, one, they're not going to get by you.
Nice defensive play by Worden.
You know, they always tell you to step in front, and if they get the ball, contain them, if they, don't let them turn, all that kind of stuff. So I think defenders at the highest level need to have that type of hardness, just basically is not going to let anyone get by them. For like the sweeper position, you have to be good at organizing your defense and getting the breakdowns before they happen.
Santana down the wing. Gross is cutting to the middle, and Pierman's on the far side, but there is Dawn Crow.
And basically trying to figure out what's going to happen next, so you're in the right place at the right time. Like for myself, I'm not fast. My speed, I don't have that great a speed, so I could never let myself get into a position where someone was either running at me 1v1. So basically I would try to figure that out before it would happen, that breakdown, just so that I'm not in that position. As far as the marking back goes, though, psychologically, that's probably the biggest part of their game, because they're dueling for 90 minutes. They're focusing on basically one person and one person only. your will to win and to beat the person that you're matched up against, I think is much greater than, say a midfielder or an attacker. Just because you're the last line of defense, and if they get by you, they're in on goal.
If you're going to contribute at a high level, you have to have at least one quality that permits you to dominate in one aspect of the game. So if you have incredible athleticism, sometimes that in itself can carry you. If you have an incredibly intimidating psychological dimension and play with a wonderful aggressiveness and have little else, sometimes that alone can carry you. As long as the quality you have is at an international or national level. And this is the absolute truth. I mean, all the skill and all the tactics in the world aren't going to make you a winner. The things that make you winners is your psychological strength. Is this woman competitive? I mean, how does she do when her team is down? How does she do when the game is tied? Does she want the ball in the last 5 minutes of the game to basically win the game? Is she the factor in winning for her team?
When I was really little, I didn't care. I wanted to play soccer, and I wanted to go travel every weekend and stay in a hotel and play in a tournament. But when I got, like 14, 15, those times, I wished that, sometimes I didn't have a game and I didn't have to go play. But that's everyone goes through that. I mean, I was in junior high or high school, and I just wanted to go to slumber parties and talk about boys and do all that stuff.
I remember when I was younger, I didn't have to put time away to go practice because I just loved to be outside playing soccer or whatever it was. But as I got older, I realized that this has got to become something that I'm going to have to really focus on.
I think now I'm maybe giving up a little bit more than I was growing up. But I also, when I first made the national team, I had no clue what it took.
I mean, you realize that this is what you want to do, this is a part of your life, and it adds something to your own life that I don't regret whatever I'm doing. So it's really nice.
I don't think I would have been happy if I wasn't playing. I mean, now if I look at it, and sometimes even now I'm like, gosh, I wish I could just have a month off and don't have to worry about anything, no soccer. But I mean, I've been on vacation for 3 days right now, and I already I haven't played, and I'm gonna go out to practice today just because I want to play.
The thing that stands out the most about 1990 was that was the year that the first loss that UNC had since the championship game in 1985. That occurred in 1990, and that was against the University of Connecticut.
We're all still kind of, gosh, we're vulnerable now, We just lost a game. Everyone doesn't expect us to lose, and now, we could lose again.
The loss, I mean, it made us realize, that anything can happen in any given game. But I think it also motivated us. Everyone,
I think, down to the managers, were praying that we were going to get another shot at playing Connecticut.
We all felt it was destiny that UConn made it to the final. They came back and scored a goal against Santa Clara in the last 30 seconds, and then ended up winning in penalty kicks. And we just knew, and we all felt it was our day. We were destined to play UConn in the final.
We weren't worried about losing against them. We were just excited to get back, and show them that we could play and that things could be different.
Now it's UConn again, putting it forward. Trying to make it inside to Swenson. It's cleared out by the Tar Heels. All the way back to midfield. Racing through is Mia Hamm. She got by Stayback. A break into the area. Hamm has a tackle once. Still controlling 1 against 3, and it is blocked out of play. It'll be a corner kick coming up. Mia Hamm with a flick on the header. Chasing after it is Tower. Can she keep it in play? Apparently right on that end line. She'll play it in tight. Christine Lilly with a chance, cutting it in, a save. Rebound is there, and a shot and a score!
But all the work done on the outside, a great cross in, but look at this great piece of work, taking the ball away, turning around by Lilly. The shot, a very difficult shot, well saved, but a rebound given up, and Jakowicz right there to knock it in. Very easy to tuck in for her.
In the 10th minute of play, here comes Tower. looking for another. Left-footed shot. Logan saved it, but she'll get over corner. Well, Carolina has the edge in terms of speed. In terms of physical play, UConn could have an edge there, but right now North Carolina has been too fast for them, as you alluded to in your pregame comments. Here's Rita Tower. Sliding it off. Lilly. A high shot and a score! Christine Lilly. That ball did tricks.
Looks like it went in. Here we get another look at it. You see the setup here, and there's the shot. Doesn't look like it was deflected, but it clearly had something on it.
There's Lilly helping out inside the area. Here's Mia Hamm holding it. Turns on the left side. A shot. It was right at Logan, but how does she turn with 3 defenders
Beautiful.
there?
Mia Hamm, a terrific athlete, but look how well she turns. The ball going over to her right, and she's going to spin around and then whack it with the left foot.
Mia Hamm bends this one into the middle. 2 players missed on the attempted header, but it's still loose for North Carolina. Laura Boone flicking it in. Here's Christine Lilly off the post. Headed for the far post. That one, Seamus, from my eye level, looked like 3-0.
Boy, it sure did. And there you see Lilly. You can't believe she missed that one.
They'll play it out to the sweeper, Greco. Greco off the left foot, playing it inside. Warner with a flick. Proust comes out, punches it away from Swenson. A big save there by Proust. From the other corner, played in by Abernathy. Loose. Long shot by Gibbons, deflected inside the area. Swenson looking to turn. A whistle sounded as it was cleared off the line anyway, but that would not have counted.
As we take a look at the shot, there is a foul there. You see the shot coming through. Look at Lilly. Nodding it off the line.
I was trying to figure out who that was, Seamus. I thought, which one of the defenders was it? And when you said Lilly, I thought, that can't be. Sure it was.
Yeah.
Long ball played by Abernathy into the area. It's deflected. The turnaround, and Warner didn't get a good enough foot on it, but it did hit off the bar. And then a little touch there by Errico on the goalkeeper, Proust.
You see it hit up in the air. And watch it come down just under the cross. I think it glances off the crossbar here. She sort of pushes it into the crossbar and then manages to get it second time around.
Played into Mia Hamm in the area. Turning, sliding it off. Here's Rice, left footer. Nice save. Wendy Logan with a big time save on Rice, but again, give credit to Hamm.
Now look at her, 2 defenders on her. She pulls it back. Very well read by Emily as she cracks the shot, but excellent goalkeeping and a good recovery there.
From the right side of the field, bent to the near post. In that tough sun, a quick shot. Logan made the save. That might have been more a reflex to save her face than anything else. Played in off a flick, loose, and another score. Carolina will score again. Played into the area. Logan missed it. Headed in. They're going to count it.
Lilly with the goal.
Oh, I think it's Lilly.
Again, it's a good. Blazo puts in one of those difficult balls. The keeper comes out completely, misses it, and then it goes right through her, and the defenders can't pull it away.
Stay back looking. It's blocked. Hamm will walk in on goal. 1 against 1. She scores.
Got a nice assist and 1 goal, and finally burst through to get this one. Takes it very well, puts the ball down, then looks up at the last minute, sees where the space is, and just gently knocks it past the keeper for the 5th goal. But look at her look up now and then just say, all right, I'll take that corner. No problems for her, great composure.
Left footer hits right off the wall. That was a rocket from Lilly. Here's Christine Lilly again. Off the right foot, far post. Logan just missed it, and so too did Coley. Lilly makes so many things happen, though, out there.
Yeah, Lily's just tremendous. She's my player of the game, frankly. I think that she's done an awful lot of things. It was very important in the early scoring, but took that free kick and then followed up with a cross.
Coming back into the area. A chance headed down by Lilly. Quick shot, and another score. I'll let the crowd do the rest of the game. That's it. champions again, North Carolina.
The most important thing for a youth player to do, in my opinion, is to play all the time.
If you want to become better, have fun, work hard, shoot, goof around with shoot.
If you got some freedom and you're a youth player, don't feel like you have to go to a practice environment to develop yourself.
You can always just go out into the backyard and goof around with the ball.
Get a ball at your foot and shoot, shoot, shoot.
Trapping and dribbling and passing.
Heading, dribble around,
Trapping and dribbling.
heading, play with the dog,
Work on your shot.
And passing.
dribble around.
I mean, you have to be able to do that in your sleep.
Get out there in the backyard with your mom or dad or younger or older brother or some neighborhood kid and just
Work hard, shoot, shoot, juggle a ball, work hard, go after it.
If you had to do one exercise every day to prepare yourself for college, my recommendation is to get a ball and play some kid in the neighborhood one-on-one. That's going to develop you. If one other kid shows up, play that kid one-on-one. If another kid shows up, show a little spunk, play them both, play them both, play them both.